What is going on, guys? I hope you enjoyed that intro. Today we will be discussing one of my favorite deathcore bands. This is All Shall Perish. I just want to thank you all for the support on my recent videos as well. We just passed 300 subscribers, which is so awesome. Thank you all so much for subscribing and liking and viewing my videos. Some of them have really taken off, and that just is awesome to see. So yeah, please like and subscribe for more, and let's get into this. So this band was formed in 2002 in San Francisco, and they quickly went on to make their first album after having a couple demo tracks and sort of EP style things written. This first album was titled Hate.Malice.Revenge, and it was a great first effort from the band. It's very well received by the fan base. It's very heavy with almost no melodic elements. It's just brutal breakdown after breakdown and heavy song after heavy song. It's a textbook metal album through and through with really raw production and just crushing moments. Overall, it was a great introduction to the band and an awesome first effort. It took a whole 3 years for the next album to be released, and it was titled The Price of Existence. The album brought with it some nice improvements to production and had an overall theme of environmental ruin and destruction that's caused by humans. It was also the first album to feature guitarist Chris Story, who was an amazing addition to the band and did some excellent leads and riff work on this album. This album also featured the first clean track titled Grayson, which was named after the rhythm guitarist's newborn son. And it was kind of a precursor to what would come with later albums, which have a more melodic approach. But still, through and through, this one is very heavy and might be the most well-regarded one by the fan base. This is a very loved album, and I can see why. It's just excellent. It has so many awesome songs that are just crushing. I highly recommend it, and I think it's a must listen if you are a fan of All Shall Perish. In 2008 is when we saw what is the finest album for me, in my opinion, titled Awaken the Dreamers. This album is where Chris Story really shows off his chops. It features amazing leads and riffs that are just super technical, but also melodic at the same time. This album in general featured a lot more melodies and clean segments, which were a very pleasant surprise. I personally love melodic moments in heavy music, and this album is full of them. It also takes a different approach with themes of war and money and all these political and bureaucratic things that kind of run our world. It's a really cool album lyrically, and I love the themes that are approached here that aren't often talked about by many bands. However, shortly after this album was released, Chris Story left the band and was replaced with the almighty Jason Richardson. However, he only toured with the band for 1 year before leaving to join Born of Osiris. However, many people loved seeing Jason in the band, and his live videos are still played often online, and his audition tapes are, some of those legendary YouTube guitarist videos. So it was great to see him join the band, even though he was only there for a very short period of time. In 2011, is when we saw the final album being released by this band, and it was aptly titled This Is Where It Ends. It featured a brand new guitarist named Francesco Artusato. He did amazing work on this album, and this is one of the band's heaviest works. There is much less melody and emotional songwriting here in favor of just pure technicality and breakdowns. I love this album though. It's a super fun listen and an amazing conclusion to the band. The production was well improved again, and it just seemed like they're really hitting their stride. So it's too bad that this was the final piece of music ever released by this band. The band did continue to tour for a few years after this album was released. However, Francesco left the band in 2013, and the band tried to get together with the original lineup, including Chris Story, in 2015. However, it never came to be. Rumors persisted for years of new albums and new tours after this, but it never happened. And finally, in 2020, aka last year, vocalist Hernan Hermeta announced that the reunion is no longer happening, and this just effectively states that the band is done. This is very sad news for longtime fans, of course, but at least we have 4 amazing albums to look back on while they were still together. So what are all of your thoughts on this? Is All Shall Perish truly over, or are they going to try and get back together again? Nobody really knows at this point, but considering it's been so long since the last album was released, it's pretty safe to say that this could be the end for the band. However, I'm still hopeful. You never know when a band is going to come back. I mean, hey, even Tool came back after 13 years or something like that since their last album. I mean, yeah, you never know in this crazy world when a band could return. But I don't know. This could be the end for them. Please, though, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you have any stories about this band or any video requests that you would like to see. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more of these styles of videos and more metal content. And I will catch you all in the next one. Later.